Next on HBO. All ready for your vacation? Did you remember to pack your whips, chains, and latex? You might want to double check. Rosie O'Donnell, Dan Aykroyd, Exit to Eden. Next on HBO.
No easy answers here.
5, 10 years from now, they will miss John Gotti.
A broken arrow.
When a routine exercise goes intentionally wrong.
$250 million by 1400 Utah time.
The race against the clock.
4 minutes to detonation.
Becomes a battle of wits.
Everything he shows us says he's heading west. He's actually heading east.
Christian Slater, Samantha Mathis, and John Travolta in Broken Arrow. Premieres Saturday night at 8, exclusively on HBO.
You're out of your mind. Ain't it cool?
Hi, I'm Bill Maher, and I'd like to show you something embarrassing. Look, it's me in 1983 during the HBO Young Comedian special. I look like a dork. I'm fat. My suit is stupid. Here I am in 1989, my first special. And that's the jacket I wear? Look at those lapels. What lounge did we shoot this in? 1992, second special. I don't like this outfit either, and I swear my nose is getting bigger. Okay, here's last year in Minneapolis. Don't even start with those sideburns. I look like a fireman from Van Nuys. What's my point? Wherever you are in life, you're going to laugh at yourself in 5 years. So why not get ahead and laugh at me now?
HBO Comedy Hour, Bill Maher, The Golden Goose Special. Premieres Saturday at 10, only on HBO.
It's an hour of very solid comedy. You have my personal guarantee. Although in 5 years, I'll probably think it's a bunch of shit.
There's a new, darker influence in Cincinnati.
If you don't like Hustler magazine, don't read it.
I don't. Decent people are being corrupted.
He's America's most despised magazine publisher.
It was your intention to hold Reverend Falwell out to be a hypocrite.
Well, that's what he is.
Who became America's most unlikely First Amendment hero.
If you break moral laws, you reap the whirlwind. Is that an American flag you have on that? If you're going to treat me like a baby, I'm going to act like one.
You're just taking this too far now.
HBO First Look presents a revealing behind-the-scenes peek at Woody Harrelson, Courtney Love, and Ed Norton in Milos Forman's The People vs. Larry Flynn. HBO First Look, The People vs. Larry Flynn premieres Wednesday night at 10:30 on HBO.
Hey, it's me, Dennis Miller, host of, ironically enough, HBO's Dennis Miller Live, and I'm on the left side of the screen now because the director went to film school. You know, I know you're fed up with last season's catchphrase, which, as if I have to remind you, was Grandma's upstairs again, swallowing the bonsai tree. Now, by the time Boutros Ghali utters it, well, it's over, isn't it? In exactly 10 seconds, though, I'm unveiling next season's catchphrase. But first, I have to remind you that Dennis Miller Live is coming back for a whole new season. Soon.
The Rebel Without a Pause is back for a whole new season of the Emmy Award-winning Dennis Miller Live. Premieres Friday, January 17th, only on HBO.
Okay, as promised, here it is. Brace yourself, the new catchphrase of the 1997 Dennis Miller Live season. I came in here for a permanent, and you give me a dye job. Run with it, kids. Get the T-shirts made up.
Big things happen on Sundays. John falls for Deborah on a Sunday. River and friends go camping on a Sunday. Demi parties with the gang on a Sunday. And Dan and Chevy warm up to each other on a Sunday. Because every Sunday at 8 is when we put on our Sunday best. Movies that rise far above the rest and outshine all others. Sunday best movies are nothing less than spectacular. The Sunday best movie, every Sunday at 8 on HBO. Big day, big movie, big enough to make you forget tomorrow's Monday. Don't miss our next Sunday best, Urban Cowboy, at 8 on HBO.
Waco, Ruby Ridge, now Lima, Peru. Hostage situations are playing themselves out on the world stage. HBO Pictures takes you behind the scenes for a dramatic look at how real hostage negotiators deal with these life and death situations in the upcoming production, Dead Silence.
At 8:30 this morning, a school bus containing 7 school children from the Laurent Claire School for the Deaf was hijacked, and the children are now being held in an abandoned slaughterhouse some 3 miles north of the tiny town of Beaumont, New York.
The old approach was more or less just go kick in the door and guns blazing, and if somebody got hurt, that was just too bad, but that's the way it was done.
This is John Potter, FBI. I'd like to talk to you, Ted. Can I call you Ted?
Well, you got us surrounded, and sure you got a lot of goons up there in the trees with guns. You can pretty much call me whatever you want to.
I'm asking you not to kill anyone, Ted. Can I have your word on that?
Well, I don't know, Jack. I mean, should I or shouldn't I?
The whole purpose of negotiation is to try to solve the problem without additional violence. But you must be ready at any moment to use violence to solve it if talking and communication doesn't work.
Very much in the beginning of an incident, it is about the hostage takers asserting their control and dominance, and they may do it very brutally at times. Very brutally. It's a way of showing who's boss.
What was that little motion she made? What was it? What'd she
She's
really
worried
say?
about the kid.
What'd she really say, lady?
She said you were an asshole.
You know, that's what I thought you said.
I'm getting a chill as I think about the idea of deaf kids being taken hostage. So there would be a lot of anger, rage at the perpetrators for doing it. It's going to be intense.
To give the film a reality-based feel, the filmmakers consulted actual hostage negotiators.
We generally call hostage takers perps, or perpetrators. Very often, they'd be called things that we don't say in polite company, but only use amongst ourselves behind the scenes. Either delete expletives or nicknames for them based on the way the conversation develops.
Let's go over the rules of the engagement. There will be no rescue attempts whatsoever. We'll keep the takers within a 100-yard perimeter of the building. They will not cross that boundary. If any of them attempt to do so, your troops are cleared to fire.
Children are always of the most concern for hostage negotiators because they're truly looked at as 100% victims, if you will, and have not in any way contributed to the position that they're in.
Get up! Sit down, lady! Sit down! Get your ass down! Oh, Jesus.
They are just using these people as bargaining chips, and the bargaining chips have no value if they're dead. So that works in favor of law enforcement in terms of the motive of the trapped criminal.
Here's the deal. I'm going to shoot me one of these kids. 1 an hour, every hour, starting at 4 p.m.
Life is the most important thing. Property can be recovered, people can be recaptured, but life once taken is irreplaceable. That is the mission of law enforcement, and that is the mission of hostage recovery.
He's going to kill them all.
So he says.
And you're willing to take that risk?
That's my job, Lenny. That's why I'm here. To talk him out of it.
Negotiators are very, very emotionally involved. They pay a price. They pay a very strong price for the privilege, if you will, of saving somebody's life.
Oh, shake hands with Steve.
Yeah, that'll work
and
good.
Boom, and then they're here.
Glad I thought of that. He's a good, strong character. I like him. He's in control, and I like that. He has his problems, but he keeps them well inside. I admire that. He's kind of stoic about it. We have to get one thing straight. I'm the only man in this universe that can get you out of there alive. There's nobody else. I'm the one to reckon with, Ted.
An HBO Pictures production. James Garner, Kim Coates, Lolita Davidovich, Marlee Matlin. Dead Silence. Premieres January 11th, only on HBO.
Next on HBO. All ready for your vacation? Did you remember to pack your whips, chains, and latex? You might want to double check. Rosie O'Donnell, Dan Aykroyd, Exit to Eden. Next on HBO.
From the producer of Aliens
33% Homo sapien.
and Terminator 2.
You're telling me that thing's part human?
Comes the next evolution
Gradual extinction of the human race.
of terror.
Marker, action!
Go behind the scenes on The Relic and explore the mystery of the world's most lethal creature.
It's turned into a killing machine. It's kind of like your worst nightmare.
Clear out the museum, now!
We're constantly running away from it, but trying to kill it at the same time.
HBO First Look presents The Relic. Premieres Thursday night at 10:45.
Get ready for liftoff as Wayne the Pocket Rocket McCullough deploys his arsenal against hard-hitting champion Daniel Zaragoza in this explosive Super Bantamweight Championship showdown. Plus, welterweight sensations Crisanto España versus Romala Ellis. Live Saturday, January 11th. HBO Boxing After Dark. Some of the best in the business work the night shift.
I'm Bryant Gumbel. On the next Real Sports.
The Movers.
Real stories.
The Shakers.
Real stars.
The Hot Newsmakers.
Real controversy. Everything's fair game.
The Emmy and Cable Ace Award-winning Real Sports with Bryant Gumbel. Coming in January on HBO.
Real sports. Nothing is out of bounds.
He took away their children,
Kara's dead.
murdered them in cold blood.
And they shot Mark.
And now they want to see him pay
What's happening here today, I consider justice.
the ultimate price.
You're being paid back for what you've done.
One family's relentless quest for vengeance. A shocking new America undercover. A life for a life. A kill for a kill. Premieres Monday night at 10 on HBO.
Who is murderers, pimps, smugglers? I was there.
It's gonna be on TV Awards.
It's like bizarre.
I don't believe that.
I saw the way you're looking at me through the rearview mirror, you kinky cab driver.
You've heard their secrets
I've seen every conceivable way a person could die. I've seen.
and their desires.
I want to jump out and grab a hooker.
I want a man. Uncut and uncensored. You've taken a ride where truth is far stranger than any fiction.
Anything can happen.
You're sick chick.
Oh my God, what a night.
Now HBO brings you the ride you missed.
Just give me a hard nut to crack.
Man, you're working. I want you to get high tonight too.
In the midst of the hit reality series, Taxi Cab Confessions.
Why don't you try this release without us first?
We caught up with 3 of the series' real-life taxi drivers and asked them about some of their more interesting rides.
The pigeon guy.
The pigeon has to be the most intelligent animal in the whole world.
It started in one direction where he was talking about his wife having left him.
She took off.
And then one thing led to another. Boom, boom.
The mayor is no good. I'm going to destroy the mayor completely.
He thought the cops were after him.
And a cop ran over to me and said, "Get the hell out of here. They're looking for you."
I thought he was a little crazy.
I'll put an ad in the Times, and my name will be Smithers.
I enjoy when people talk to me. I think I deliberately open them up, and it's interesting. You'd be surprised the things you learn from them.
We're to 12th Street and First Avenue.
That was a very interesting ride.
So, you go with girls?
I've been hit on before. You know, I just don't take it too personal.
I'm started working right now because I wouldn't invite you to my home.
I told her I was married. That didn't make a difference.
You could have like a thing with me and your husband would never know.
I guess some would say I was teasing her. Never know?
You would never know.
I saw him about 2 blocks away, and I knew that he was going to make a really interesting trip. How you doing?
Okay, 1 East 90th Street.
Getting people to open up in a cab, it's not as difficult as you would think it is.
Nobody gave me nothing, man. When I was out of a job and unemployment ran out, I didn't know where the next meal was coming from, man. I starved for like a week. White people, I hate to say it, they lose all their money, they go bankruptcy. They'll commit suicide. Oh no, not my Mercedes, no!
You'd be very surprised how just a regular old person can have the most interesting life. New York City is a cab culture.
People open up to strangers.
They had a lousy day. They're going to open up real quick.
Somebody always has something that he or she wants to get off in the chest.
For every night in New York City, where there's a cab, there's bound to be a confession. The best of taxi cab confessions. Catch it Saturday, January 4th on HBO. Next on HBO. All ready for your vacation? Did you remember to pack your whips, chains, and latex? You might want to double check. Rosie O'Donnell, Dan Aykroyd, Exit to Eden. Next on HBO.
At 8:30 this morning, a school bus containing 7 school children from the Laurent Claire School for the Deaf was hijacked.
I'm John Potter from the FBI.
Guess we're famous, boys.
Everywhere in front of this point is considered the kill zone.
I'm gonna shoot her in exactly 2 minutes if I don't get that ammo.
HBO Pictures presents James Garner, Kim Coates with Lolita Davidovich and Marley Matlin.
30 seconds. 10 seconds.
He's gonna kill them all.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Premiere Saturday, January 11th, only on HBO.
What can happen when terror takes prisoners?
We'll strike deep into the heart of the infidel.
Death takes the skies.
Keep it going! I hope there's a good movie on this flight.
And an impossible choice.
I'm not really gonna shoot this plane down.
Is the only choice.
It's too late. They've already crossed the line.
Kurt Russell, Steven Seagal, Halle Berry.
We're not gonna make it!
Executive Decision. Coming in February exclusively on HBO.